Taiwan says WHO should free itself from China's control.
Here's a summary of the article.
Taipei, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs on Tuesday said that only Taiwan has the legal authority to represent itself and that the World Health Organization should free itself from Beijing's control as member countries decide whether to include Taiwan as the Wuhan coronavirus rages. During a press conference on Monday, Stephen Solomon, a legal consultant for the WHO, stated that the group's 194 member countries will discuss Taiwan's participation as an observer at the upcoming World Health Assembly on May 17 in Geneva. In response, MOFA spokeswoman Joanne Au during a press conference on Tuesday reiterated that UN General Assembly Resolution 2758 and WA Resolution 25.1 only deal with the issue of Chinese representation and do not touch on Taiwan. She added that only the democratically elected government of Taiwan has the right to represent the people of Taiwan in the WHO and to be responsible for the health and well-being of the people of Taiwan. Au then called on the WHO to abandon its mode of biased thinking and rigid political considerations and free itself from the Chinese government's control to allow Taiwan to participate in the global fight against the virus, reported HKO1. She also said that Taiwan's successes in battling the disease can be shared with other countries and that Taiwan is willing and able to participate in global epidemic control efforts. Au concluded that there are ample reasons for Taiwan to participate in the WA to share its internationally acclaimed Taiwan model and exchange experiences in order to enhance the international effort to combat the disease.
This post received a score of 15,000, with an upvote ratio of 94%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Holy crap, China not going be happy about that. Jesus Christ.
No one gives a fuck how China feels.
The reason Taiwan is not part of the UN and by extension the WHO, is because most great powers do in fact care more what China feels than what Taiwan does.
The reason Taiwan is not in the UN is because China is part of the Big Five, and therefore China has veto power so they can stop any of Taiwan's attempts to join the UN.
And the original reason why Taiwan was expelled was because European and African countries voted to expel the country out in favor of PRC. Course that's the part of history most people either don't know or gloss over.
Technically Taiwan is its own country because Communist Chinese never invaded Taiwan, Republic of China.
Greater than technically Taiwan is its own country because Communist Chinese never invaded Taiwan, Republic of China. I am agree with you.
I agree. It should. Every country should. They are why the world is feeding dictators. The Chinese are spending shitons of resources destabilizing the governments of the world now that they have lots of money. It's what the before the Trump takeover America used to do.
Gaddafi was a half as decent dictator, as far as they go, free tuition for all citizens, now open slave markets. Was a bad move to off him.
The bad move was not to off Gaddafi. The bad move was that no one seems to have learned from WW2. As the invading force you always need to have an aftermath plan, something like the Marshall Plan which focused on getting Germany up to speed and preventing resentment, power fights and redemocratization. Afghanistan, Iraq, Libya and a whole lot of other conflicts entirely lack this, with the inevitable result of local paramilitary forces squabbling for power and often enough religious, ethnic sub-conflicts adding to the mix. Yeah, Clinton lauded the move as one of hers and Obama's great policy achievements and then later said, oops. I didn't know that would happen.
We came, we saw, he died. Ha ha ha.
Yikes. The whole world needs to free itself from China's control. Just look at their 9-line policy.
Boycott Chinese products. Even if you cannot or don't want to do this 100%, a reduction by a few percent already makes them less powerful. Bullies shouldn't be rewarded.
That's well-intentioned, but even factories in Germany use parts made in China. Consumers shouldn't have the burden of figuring out what's not made in China. We need nations to issue sanctions so that consumers don't spend 5 hours figuring out if a replacement light bulb has a Chinese supply chain.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.